a lot of people don't believe in the seatbelt law because it's like, hey, it's me driving. I get to choose yay or nay. But if I don't put my seatbelt on, I'm going to get in trouble. That's kind of whack to some people. Right?
I guess
I believe in it. I'm not trying to go through the front windshield. So
I believe in seatbelts too. But I personally, I know people.
Saying.
I know people. I agree. I know people that don't wear seatbelts, and it's like it's the most backward ass thinking reason. Right. But I guess you could say that's like a personal choice, just like something else that we're not gonna get into. It's a personal choice. You don't want to wear the seatbelt. Don't wear the seatbelt.
Speaking of seatbelts, I often wonder why they don't have seatbelts on school buses for the kids.
Right, they just flying everywhere.
Even when I was coming up, there's no seatbelts at all installed on those big orange, yellow trucks, school buses. And then a few years ago, there was a Dateline feature on Dateline where these buses would crash and they had cameras, kids bouncing all over the place, hitting the seat and everything.
Going everywhere.
Where the seatbelts at? So
that's crazy. We're not trying to protect the future.
Figuring Shit Out Podcast, man. Y'all know what time it is. Boy, King Arthur in the building. Unify and thrive, man. Don't y'all forget it. Live with it. Put it on your window and teach it to your kids. You know what I'm talking about? Frank, what up with you over there?
Not much, man. Yeah. Same thing. Check out, man, I ain't going to promote Cyberbunny for real. No, check out cyberbunny.com. And then check out lucidperspective.com for your graphics, your media, your videos, websites. And then check out the YouTube, Lucid Perspective. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the YouTube thing. But nah, it's another day, another dollar. Book's still on the way. I promise you the book's still on the way.
You promise?
Promise, of course. It's a dope project. You know what I'm saying? I got far with it, so it's definitely coming. But what's up?
No, man, I see your fancy camera over there, man. That jump moving, man. I like it. Like a little robot in your house.
I know. It'll start acting up soon.
He's fancy, y'all.
It'll act up. If you see a face over here and then like starts going that way, I'm running out this bitch.
But hey, before we get started, go to the YouTube, subscribe. If you're watching the video, like it. Now, man, if you can comment, let somebody else know you're watching it. You get something good for them. Let somebody else know, man, because that's what we're here for. We're figuring shit out here to share information, and we just want to have good episode learning together. We all here to learn. We all here to grow. You know what I'm talking about? So leave here better than you came. So that's what we're here for. We got my man Charles in the building of Exodus Logistics Learning Center. You know what I'm talking about? Last time he came through, dropped some good jewels. One of his clips I put up going crazy. Got people in the comments saying he lying and stuff. But I said, no, Charles got receipts over there. So what up, Charles, man? How you feeling over there?
I'm feeling good. So let's take the icing off the cake. Let's start from the top. So what was I lying about? What did the critics say I was lying about?
Oh, because he was saying he was a dispatcher and he don't make that much money. And I think the clip was saying you got,
the person said he was a dispatcher, he didn't make that much money?
The naysayers.
Right. Yeah, the naysayers.
Okay.
And he said, but your clip was saying, you got people that's doing $5,000 to $10,000 a month dispatching. I was like, I'm pretty sure if you hit him up, he'll put you on game.
Yeah. I got students in my class. I got one of my students, Joshua Jordan, who comes on every now and then. He has 4 trucks that he's dispatching. I don't know what the guy's equipment type of motor carriers he's dispatching, the type of trucks, whether they're large semis, whether they're box trucks or Sprinter vans or whatever, because that varies. That depends on, what you're dispatching and how over the road your drivers are going and what type of load you're booking for them. So, but it's very possible. I mean, I got several students that make it over 6 figures. Easy. So I'm not lying. I don't have to lie. There's no reason to lie about this stuff, man. So, but you know me. Come on now, really.
We should bring that guy that said that on and then do a
I bet he won't come
on.
Just have him come on. I mean, I don't want to cause any rift with the guy, but I'm just saying though, you can't you can't say something without knowing the person and making an accusation
right.
about someone and saying that he's lying without, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
That's like what
I have nothing to prove, but you know.
That's what the internet is
Right.
full of now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Everybody got different
for sure.
opinions,
right.
different experience. Somebody always gonna try to negate something or say you full of shit or you know. But in defense, there are a lot of people lying online too, though.
There are,
You
and
know what I'm
I
saying?
get a lot of students who join my program from the liar instructors who've taken their money
Mhm.
and given them PDFs and said,
Right.
right? So when they come to my training, I'll say, well, who's your instructor? And some of them say, well, I don't want to say their name. I don't want to start nothing. Well, I want to be aware so I can let others know that,
Mhm.
don't
Hit them on
get
their Google
involved.
reviews.
Right. Don't get involved in it. If you want to lose your money, then continue to do that. But don't get involved with them. But like I usually break it down for people. I say, look, you got most carriers, if you're going to be a dispatcher. Now we teach dispatching, we teach freight brokering, we teach trucking, we teach intermodal, we teach government contracts, we teach 3PL, warehousing and distribution. I mean, I can keep going. I mean, so, and this is all at our Exodus Logistics Learning Center. I think Bunny Flacs. Okay, so you're local, right? You're in the area.
Yeah, I'm in Chesapeake.
You can literally come visit my center.
Word.
That's 3101 American Legion Road, Suite 21A. I got a 1,907 square foot warehouse, office space, 4 offices, a large conference room where I do my trainings, and a break. You can physically come and see. Matter of fact, if you want to do another podcast, we can actually do one live at the Exodus.
In my mind, bro.
That'd be dope.
Yeah,
live from the Exodus Logistics Learning Center, where Charles is not lying. You know what I'm saying?
And then tag all the naysayers and make sure they see that shit.
Where the whiteboard is right here, and he actually teaches, and he has a camcorder and a large TV and all the training materials. You know what I'm saying? So, and the podium, and you know what I'm saying? So we can do that. Just let me know. I'm flexible for that. You know what I'm saying? So we can kill all that.
Right.
You don't know what we're talking about. So,
and there's a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying, if they see something or a clip or somebody doing good or whatever, they don't believe it for themselves. So of course they're gonna try to shoot it down and say, nah, if I can't do it, you can't do that. So he lying, he's fibbing.
I'll even go so far as to say, look, man, if you're having trouble dispatching, come to me. I'll help you get to where those guys are.
Boom, that's a dope
I'm the
response.
death row.
That's a dope response.
Come to death row. If you tired of your guys all in the videos, all in the songs, dancing,
all in your truck,
all of your truck, can't find you a load. Come to Exodus.
That's right. That's right. So look, that's what we about, man. Just trying to learn, trying to grow, trying to get some information that other people can use, right? And even for us, right, it's gonna be something in there that you're gonna be sharing that we probably can incorporate into what we're doing and try to while we're over here growing. So we can start this thing off with our question that we already do. So what's your figuring shit out moment since last time we talked to you? What's something you figured out recently?
Patience in scaling. When you reach that point, you have that aha moment. You say, man, it's time to grow. It's time to expand. You got to be patient because you've reached your glass ceiling where you've learned as much as you learned in this particular area of logistics and transportation. And you say, well, I need to scale my business if I want to get to the next level. You have to be patient when you're doing that. Otherwise, it's going to be so overwhelming for you. And I've learned that the hard way. So that's my word of the day, patience. And then get you a good team, people that you trust.
We're working on it.
Get you a good team, people that you trust, that you got to build, because you can't do it by yourself.
That's facts.
Especially in this industry, in the transportation industry, it's very volatile. We just recently had a vessel crash at the bridge in Baltimore, which shut down the port in Baltimore. So now all the containers and those container shipments are being rerouted to Norfolk. So now,
right. Yeah.
Everybody's panicking, right? Because there's extra work now. So now, how you guys going to handle all them containers coming in, going to the ports, intermodal, getting that stuff moved? But it's a wonderful opportunity for those who are here. Are you guys prepared?
Oh,
yeah. So that whole concept, which is kind of tragic, but it's tragic, but then it's also an opportunity at the same time. So, but yeah, just be patient when you're trying to scale. So
So speaking of that, we can segue into this. Did that what happened in Baltimore? Is that affecting your business down here?
In a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm also training, so it's affecting it in a positive. It gives me opportunity to explain people the concept of intermodal. The word intermodal is just so in transportation you have different modes of transportation. How shipments get from one origin to one destination, or multiple origins and multiple destinations, either through the air, rail, ocean, or sea, or trucking. So when you go from one mode, one shipment goes from one mode to another mode, that's an intermodal process. So if a container is if a container is on a vessel and it's brought to, let's say, the Norfolk port from China, and then it gets offloaded onto a chassis for a truck, that's an intermodal process. You changed it from one type of transport to another type of transport. Right. So with the issue with the Baltimore thing, they had lost power, right? And they gave Mayday, and it was kind of too late. They couldn't turn. They were going so many knots very fast for a large Empire State Building length vessel with all those containers.
90 tons.
You can't turn. You can't maneuver that. Get ready. We're about to embrace impact, right? So it hit the bridge, and you guys saw what happened after that. So now NTSB is involved. All those containers have to get off of there and get to their destination.
Location, right.
So the closest port is Norfolk, right?
True.
I believe. Well, the biggest port is Norfolk. I think they got New York, Jersey up top, but Norfolk is the closer one. So, and that's what we're going through now. So we're trying to get opportunities with the different, because all those containers on the vessel are being shipped by what's called shipping lines, different shipping lines, like Maersk, MSC, OOCL, all these different ship lines that ship products, right? So if you have a relationship as a freight forwarder or a customs broker with those shipping lines, you can kind of get in on the
pick up that business,
exactly,
get all that stuff.
Correct. So
no, that's interesting.
Opportunity. So
and what about I guess what's your insight on that port being blocked off now? Because obviously it's a crime scene, or something's going on. So that whole entire them being to be able to go under the bridge and get to the other side, that's cut off now, right? So like, how are they going to?
They got to turn around. They got to reroute.
Right, but what about everybody that was already on this side? You know what I'm saying? How are they going to get that dispersed out to where they got to go, or how are they going to get it out of there?
That's a great. Good luck, NTSB, and that's a challenge, because it's like you're stuck. You can't get out of that what's called wharf. There's a wharf right there. You can't get out of that. You get past that point where the vessel is and the bridge is still down. You're stuck here to get out to the sea, get around.
Right.
They say it's gonna be like another week or so, maybe, to get it all cleared out. But
that's crazy.
Wow,
crazy stuff happening, man.
But
so you said in your Figuring Shxt Out moment was patience, right? You had learned that the hard way. What was that lesson? What was the hard part about that you had to figure out about being patient?
Well, when you have a mentality over the years that you think you know everything, which I used to have, right? It could be a very expensive lesson when you think you can do everything by yourself, and then you realize you can't, and you realize you need a team to help you do it, because it becomes overwhelming and very stressful. My wife even saying, "You look like your blood pressure's up or something. So something's going on with you." So it's just, it's nothing real serious. It's just you gotta catch it early before it's too late, and then you're playing catch up on the back end, and you got all these contracts you got to deal with, and you don't have a team, right? So I learned the hard way. I say, look, I gotta slow down, Charles. I'm moving kind of fast because I also have I have a freight brokerage now. We have a training center. We have a freight brokerage called Ping Freight. We have a trucking side, which is asset based to the brokerage, crossover logistics. So we're dealing with contracts of moving containers out of the ports, 40 loads, 40 containers a month. Boom, 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 moving that out of the ports, right? And then we got a brokerage. We're trying to secure contracts inland.
Right.
However type of commodities we got or try to get, So it's all these different things that are happening at the same time. I realize I cannot do this by myself. I have to have a team. And then you have to trust people enough to release some of the stuff that you
delegate,
hold on to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a child growing up, becoming an adult. You got to release that, right? And trust that they'll do the right thing. So that's what I mean by that. You got to be patient and stuff like that. So it's just in a business world. And I just so happen to be in logistics and transportation. So
that's facts. It's hard though. It's hard to find people. You know how they say it's hard to find good people these days.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
It is very.
Trust them, train them up, and then hold on to them.
Yeah, good luck to you. Good luck to you, brother, because I'm sure you're still looking for somebody, ain't you? Arthur, you got Arthur. Okay.
No, we're a good team. It's just finding we need more people still. You know what I'm saying? We need shit, what do we need? We need a lot of shit. We need a team. We need, so we're like the hosts, right? We're the hosts and the faces. We need behind the scenes people.
Like AV people and all that stuff. And
yeah, not really. Yeah. So I need an editor for Frank, because I know Frank tired of editing videos. I don't want to wear Frank out. You know what I mean? I don't want Frank to be able to do some things that he like to do, right? And then I don't like posting, but I'm like more the poster. You know what I mean? So gotta get them posted. And then quality posts too, right? And then we got to post. You got to post everywhere. We got to post on TikTok, YouTube.
Yeah, I said social media
Instagram,
manager,
Facebook, social media manager, right? So that's one thing. But then and then finding somebody. We tried somebody one time. Did we? Yeah, they were posting. No, it was AI we tried, right? The Zapier.
Zapier's good, but it blows up
before
sometimes.
We tried it. Yeah, when we tried it last time, it wasn't posting how we wanted it, right? Then posting the videos, we got to learn how to get that done. So, and then we also want, like you're saying, scaling and growing, right? I want to do some more in-person events, or just try to find some offers for us to do as a team, as a tandem. But it's kind of hard to focus on that stuff when I'm still posting, he's still editing. We still got to find our guests. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's a thing. You got to multiply yourself. You got to expand. You got to multiply. You got to trust. And then people don't. People aren't free. Obviously, you're not going to try to find somebody to do some shit for free. You got to give them an incentive, compensation, something to make them feel a part of the team, do something with you or whatever, grow with you. But still, you know what I'm saying, you got to find something to provide. So it's just one of those things. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people dealing with this stuff. It is now 2023, going on 2024. Why don't you have a VPN? Only for a limited time. Go to piavpn.com/cyberbunny. You could get 83% off the PIA VPN. What is a VPN? VPN is basically software that's used to hide an end user information such as IP address, location, private data they may be transferring over the internet, identifiable information such as their devices they're using from being spied on, from hackers, governments, internet service providers, anybody out there who wants to steal your data for their own personal gain. That's basically what a VPN does. If you want to take advantage of this discount, go to piavpn.com/cyberbunny. Go there now, sign up, tell them I sent you, get your software, get it installed on your laptops, on your mobile phones, on your tablets, any device that connects to the internet, get it installed on there. Get protected, go now.
Yeah. What type of guests? You guys have a hodgepodge of guests. You want different industries and all that type of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, it's businesses, CEOs, and we're still, like, to be honest, we're still trying to fine tune our lane, because if you look at our stuff, it's kind of all over the place. Like we got a conspiracy show that's just conspiracies, right? We try to keep.
I want in on that. I want in on the conspiracy show.
Yeah, no, it's pretty dope. I think we lost your video for a little bit.
No, I got it.
Okay, yeah. So the conspiracy show is like its own thing, and we don't really we don't have guests on there, but we can incorporate guests into that. It's just our schedule for that is very narrow, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And then for this show, we try to keep it business, CEOs, people that left the rat race, people that got their own companies, and then we mix it in, with fun stuff every now and then. We're just trying to find a lane and stick to it, you know what I'm saying, and grow from there. But it's just, it's a process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Charles, talk about how you found your team to grow it, right? He said you was, going real fast. You had to relinquish some of the power,
right?
Or not even the power, just the task, right? So how did that go for you? How did you pick your people?
So one was networking, different events that were transportation related, different trade associations, trucking shows, events like that in the transportation space. Number two, I built a team internally from the educational side. Some of my students, dispatch students, some of the broker students, some of the ones who were standing out, some of the 5-star students who were doing very well. I gave them an opportunity to come in and join the team because you guys are doing it so well. Let's grow and expand, So that was very rewarding because it showed the students how committed I was or am to them and growing and continue. So they're more than happy to do it, whether I pay them or it's free. And in the networking events where we network with different shippers, different brokers, freight forwarders, everybody in the transportation space, trucking companies, we just have conversations and I let them know what I'm doing. I have this educational platform where we're providing a value add where we give people an opportunity to be their own company, to be their own boss, as opposed to working deaf to the 9 to 5, right? So
right, for real.
I remember that.
So we want to change the mental paradigm from employee to employer. So
no, that's dope. And then what I'm saying, was it we used to, as a society, we used to operate like that. A lot of families had businesses. What I'm saying? Everybody was like, it was like local businesses that had a specialty or a skill that they did, and they were able to sustain themselves. Like you had bakers and you had shoe people and you had tailors and all this stuff. Right. And then all of a sudden you got industrial revolution, and then you got all these corporations sucking up all the jobs, becoming this huge conglomerate, and then, hiring a bunch of, putting those people out of business and then hiring them as employees. We've been operating like that for what, over 100 years.
History, yes. History 101. You just hit the nail on the head. And also, too, I blame the educational system. The educational system is designed to make our children employees, as opposed to training them to be bosses, employers. They don't teach financial literacy or anything like that in the schools. They train you to be, right. They train you to be slaves. I mean, for lack of a better word. I mean, yeah, it's just not there,
I think we're going back to that, though. I think a lot of people are waking up. I think society is making a shift kind of back to that independent thing. You know what I'm saying? And you see it in the corporations, right? You see how Walmart is closing stores, Amazon's closing where, like, you see a lot of these corporations losing money. And when you think about that, it's like, okay, if they're losing money like this, it has to be going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You can't just, it doesn't go into a void. At least I don't believe. It doesn't just disappear into a black hole, into, nothing. So I don't know. I feel like people are starting to make a move towards being independent, starting companies. Content creation is a huge one, you know what I'm saying, for TikTok and other.
Everybody's doing it all. Everybody's online. Yeah. All these YouTubers and Instagram follower companies and TikTokers. I mean,
yeah, and it's going to individuals. It's going to small groups of people, right? Like us. Like if we build this up, we get a group of like 5 to 10 people who work with us, grow it. And we're not a huge corporation, right? But we can make a good living off of it and, provide for our families. I don't even
understand how it works as far as the, maybe you guys can explain to me, but I don't understand how the YouTube algorithm work where I can get a Google AdSense account and make money from it, because I got 30,000, 35,000 followers on one of my channels and about 9,000 followers on my other channel, and I'm not making a dime. So I got to figure the whole algorithm. I need to hire an algorithmist to help me with that.
It's not even that. It's just your sheer number of subscribers is you could have been monetized a while back, but it also depends how much content you put out. So you could have 30,000 subscribers and not have the watch hours. So like for Google, the YouTube program, there's
I think it's 1,000 plus or something like that.
1,000 subscribers, and then you need 4,000 watch hours.
4,000 watch hours
in a year, in like a 12-month time frame.
I got that in a week. I put out content every day on my channels.
You need to monetize, bro. It's not you should go to the back end on YouTube. I can show you where it's at. You go in the back where it says earn, and you should be able to apply if you got all the criteria. Create an AdSense account.
I'm a type of guy, if I'll be so busy, if a person can help me do that, they can split the profits with me.
Oh shit!
That's how.
All right, say less. FSO Enterprise.
Go visit them.
Yeah, we can do that offline. Yeah, but it's monetization online. It is fuzzy. Like I know some things. I know about YouTube. I know about Rumble. TikTok I'm fuzzy on, right? So I haven't done the research on that.
Instagram.
Facebook, I'm really fuzzy on because Facebook, I feel like they changed their program so much. I don't know what you could get paid for, what you can't get paid for. Instagram, I don't understand either. So like, I'm not up on game on all the platforms and how to make money on all of them, but YouTube and Rumble, for sure, we spend the most time.
Well,
yeah,
I focus most of my energy on putting content on my YouTube channels because that is what made me my first million. So
that's dope. You could probably be bringing in some racks.
Yeah, so the YouTube was the one that was like over because I've been doing it since 2020. So
4 years.
Yeah, the YouTube channel.
That's about right.
I've been doing it organically. I've been doing it like grassroots, ghetto, grimy, old dirty bastard type YouTube videos. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Nah, yeah, we should definitely link up, get you monetized on those. You know what I'm saying? Bring that money, and it's definitely it's a bag you dropping, bro. It's a bag.
I'm missing. I need to pick that bag up, put it in the bank.
We about to get you straight. But that's one thing that's when me and Frank make our websites, right? That's one thing we do advocate since we don't get monetized on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, right? And just on the video side of the YouTube and Rumble. And you already know this though, so we want to bring people off of the social medias into our ecosystem of our websites, right? My Not Reviews, His Loser Perspective, right? Our Figuring Shit Out page, our community, to where that we know who the people are and where they are already. And since you kind of already got that, your next step probably is to understand the YouTube and the Rumble game, and then pick that bag up.
Yeah.
Right? So,
you can pick it up with me. Let's pick it up together. I'm willing to share. Once I learn, I'm willing to. I give. So
That's right. Dope. And that should be a course.
Go ahead.
Well, King, right before we got on, King was talking about providing a service or something that we know. We still got that podcast course, the podcast course, YouTube monetization course or something. But it's work though.
We make offer.
Yeah.
I've been looking to do a podcast myself in my space, in the transportation space, where so the podcast that's popular in transportation is called Trucking Hustle. You ever heard of it?
Nope.
Ramel Watley, Trucking Hustle. I was on his podcast. I was on episode number 108, Trucking Hustle. He has every year he has a freight fest. His name is Ramel Watley. Truck and the letter N and Hustle. Truck and Hustle.
So.
And he's on YouTube, all the different social media platforms. Very popular. Number one podcast in the transportation space. Number one, hands down.
Oh, yeah. He got 162,000 subs.
Oh, shit.
Number one. Episode one. Go to episode 108. You'll see Charles Mundy.
Dope.
All right.
Let's get that network.
Rocking.
So I was in Jersey one time. I was in Philly, close to Jersey. And he called me up because we was visiting my wife's grandmother, and we just did a podcast over there. But he's pretty big. So I want to do something similar on a smaller scale where I'm doing it in the 757, educate people in the transportation industry and showing them how to. And my value add will be showing them how to be their own bosses, starting their own business. And I'm getting them different ways to do it in different areas: trucking, dispatching. I want to.
We in a content creation world right now. So I say
for sure
get started as soon as possible. Like, like how we start, you can start once a week, carve out a time, an hour or two a week,
right?
And just record something, talking to the camera or whatever, or have guests on. And like, you could start, depending on how you feel, like the podcasts are really audio content. That's what it's supposed to be. But a lot of people are incorporating video with it also now because it carries it further.
The extra layer.
I don't know. I've never been just an audio person. Like, could listen to something for like an hour. I need visuals. When I first started. Yeah, I need visuals. Right. And I don't know about that lane. Like, there may be a huge audience that just listens to shit. I don't know. It could be out there. I'm not sure.
I would say so because truckers are driving all day, right? So
so they're listening. That's a good point. I have a videographer in Virginia Beach. He's from the Virginia Beach. Him and his girlfriend or wife, fiance. His name is DeAndre Fulton. You may know him, but he's a pretty known videographer in this area. He's actually shooting a motion picture over in Baltimore right now.
Oh,
but that's who I hire to do all my content as far as videos and stuff like that. But
no, that's dope.
Once we do, you and I meet in person, I can definitely introduce you to him and you guys.
Yeah, no, let's link up. That'd be dope.
Yeah,
but I was saying, like, just record or like your topics or whatever you want to talk about for like an hour, throw it up on a podcast syndication site, and add video to it, throw it up on the YouTube, make it a separate playlist or a separate channel, you know what I'm saying, if you want it to be separate. And it's just consistency, pumping out something every week. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, how you feel, like how we did it. We did once a week. And then we're like, you want to do another show? And then we added like 2-3 shows. And then we do like 2-3 shows a week now.
Wow. It takes a lot of time. What's the time factor in there? What's the time element?
You got to be committed. So when people ask me about it, so we're starting a network, right? We want to get some other shows in our hemisphere, right, to produce it. So a lot of people come to us about it, they want to do a show, and I always put out there, hey, come join the network, man, because it'll be a good thing. We already got energy already. We got some motion. We got knowledge, right? We got a lot of know-how that you are gonna have to get on your own, but just come get it with us, and we can all grow together, right? But I'll let everybody know, for a week or 2 weeks straight. So just record yourself. You ain't got to necessarily put it up, but get in the comfort zone of just recording something and having a talk about it, right? And listening to it, and that'll kind of give you the feel of, do I even really want to do this? And because if you can't do it for a week or two straight, you really don't want to do this, right? And then it'll give you that feel of how you want to talk, right? How your flow is going to be, what you're going to talk about, how structured your content is going to be. Even though it's like an application or website, they're meant to get better, right? Applications are meant to get better, right? Websites are meant to get better, right? So your show is going to get better, your flow is going to get better, your cadence is all that's going to get better. But if you do that, I said, if you can record for 2 weeks straight, set aside 15, 20 minutes to say, I'm going to do this kind of way, that'll let you know if you should be doing this or not.
Hi, I'm King Arthur, founder of Novel Views Tech, where we prepare children aged 10 to 17 for a future shaped by advanced technology. Our curriculum dives into fields like robotics, nanotechnology, quantum computing, and more. But what really brings learning to life are our bi-monthly Exploring the Future of Technology webinars, hosted by industry experts. These webinars aren't just lectures, they're interactive discussions that connect your child to the pulse of the tech world, creating a learning experience that goes beyond the classroom. We offer a money-back guarantee to ensure you're completely satisfied. Equip your child with the skills to not just adapt, but to innovate and lead in the future. Join us at Novel Views Tech, and let's build their future today.
Right. So I like to share that with everybody.
And that's the game, man. Consistency. So many people, like, you'll see somebody blow up, right? And they're making all this money, and they got all the subscribers, they got all the views, they're growing on all the platforms. And then when you look at them, when you finally drill down and look at their page, they've been doing it for like 3, 4, 5
600 episodes deep. Yeah.
Right. To you, right? They kind of blew up overnight because like they came out of nowhere. But when you look at their history, like they've been doing it. And then you go scroll back, if it's still up, you scroll back to their first stuff, and it was trash, or it was bad. Obviously you could tell, they were new at it. But you see the growth over time. It's like nobody blows up overnight with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just consistency, and then bringing your moxie to it.
That's like me. Yeah. That's like me. I see the evolution of my my YouTube videos when I first started this back in 2019, 2020 to now. I got up about 400 YouTube videos, and each of those videos are in my trainings. They're like 2 hours.
That's crazy. You definitely got the watch hours.
Yeah. So, and then on the broker, that's just the dispatcher side. On the broker side is about the same amount, about 150 videos on the broker side. But there's so much, I guess, content I can go back, because I don't even know how to like go back into a YouTube video and then chop up and grab certain segments of it and then put that out as shorts.
What?
I don't know. I'm telling you, I am organic. I am organic. I can go into the editor of the YouTube channel, but I got to figure out how to chop something up, grab it, and then bring it in as a short somewhere.
It's a skill. I tell you, it's a skill, but there are AI tools, but they are not perfect. Like we struggle with Opus Pro. I think it's Opus Clip or something. It's more hit than miss. I still feel like when it comes to that's an art, right? Pulling out clips, because you gotta like get a beginning, get a middle, get an end. It has to look good. It has to sound good. It has to have, like, if you want to get it short, which is only not 60 seconds, you're trying to find a clip that's like 60 seconds long that has a message in it, a beginning and end. You know what I'm saying? But then these AI tools, they pumping them out there. People are paying for them, us included. But a lot of times it's like it'll cut into the middle of a sentence, cut off a sentence before the point was made.
Right,
the video is all off and all this stuff. And it's like, so there's still growth on there. But cutting clips, that is a fucking art. That is something we need help with. We do it, you know what I'm saying? I can help you
about to
with
get
it.
a person.
Yeah, we're looking for a person for that too. But then there's Fiverr too, but like Fiverr is hit and miss too. So it's like
I use OBS. OBS I use Canva every now and then now to do some stuff. But
Canva's dope.
Man.
Yeah, this is a whole new lane. That's crazy.
Right. Yeah, me and Frank about to make this offer for podcasting. We're gonna make two offers. We're gonna make an offer for podcasting, and we're gonna make an offer for getting a tech career. So they coming
for your audience, for your subscribers and stuff, or
for customers or clients, yes. For people like you or anybody who got a show or got an idea for a show, we can show you how to get right, show you how to move. But what I wanted to say was, don't let the not having the latest equipment, right? Don't let not having the tools you need stop you from getting started, right? Frank just got his sweet ass camera, right? I'm on my third mic. You know what I mean? I'm on my
I've had a $1,300 Sony camcorder for like almost a year now. I barely use it.
See what I'm saying?
Angry.
And you're gonna get another one though. You're gonna get another one.
I was gonna throw it away, and it's brand new. So
you're gonna get another one. You're gonna put it in use.
I got a tripod. Another one, but if you come to this learning center, you'll see what's in there. You'll be like, man, you don't use this stuff? I got a ring thing. I got all this other stuff in there. It's like, man.
Yeah, my closet. See this closet right here? Got mad cameras, equipment. Like we used to. Me and my wife were heads of a media department for a company. We got so much equipment, it's not even funny.
Yeah,
I got like 17, 14 cameras. I didn't have to buy this. I didn't, but it got the AI. It got the motion face thing. That's the only thing new about it.
Ooh, a new toy.
That's the only thing that's new about it. Yeah, see,
camera. Okay,
that's not even me. There's not a cameraman in here.
Going, like he in the box to read dipping and stuff.
Yeah, I'm a little scared about it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, but I will.
Hey, look.
Show me your portfolio. Show me not the portfolio, but show me your what you guys want to do and how you want to present it. I'll definitely see if it's beneficial.
Yeah, that'll be dope. Yeah, hell yeah. We try and build a podcast
it's
network.
Valuable for sure. We gonna that's I was gonna ask you or mention it, but come join the network, bro. Come on over here. We can take care of you.
Come on over to the dark side.
We're gonna try to build a podcast network. Not even a podcast network. I want to call it a podcast network. Like a media network or something.
Media network.
Yeah.
Now you be careful with the media networks now. You stepping on the media toe, NBC, CBS.
Hey, they all dying anyway.
They got to shoot everybody. They got to kill everybody.
I mentioned this earlier. I said all the corporations are dying, them included. Mainstream media, legacy media is dying. And where you think all that audience, where they going to?
Streaming.
They going to people like us. They being dispersed because nobody trusts them no more. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to TikTok and it's going to people like us, regular Joe Schmoes who just on the internet talking, share information or whatever. We the news now. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know, nobody's paying attention to them no more. That's a market. Get the share. Get your share from that shit. That's all I gotta say about it.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, so
Frank said, "Look at me. I'm the captain."
Ask him out with an IPO. I'll be the first to invest.
I don't know. I don't
franchise it.
Hey, so look, speaking of the dinosaurs dying out, right? And you talked about earlier, you were saying how you relinquished some tasks to some of your students and you got some help, right? So now as a CEO, talk about some of the things that you've been able to do now to help your company grow now that you've kind of offloaded some of that weight.
By adding more contracts, it gave me more time to focus on going after bigger contracts, like on the government side. Like I've been I'm I guess what you could call a federal contractor because I can bid on government solicitations. So I have socioeconomic certifications like MBE, DBE, stuff like that. I'm registered with SAM and all that other stuff. You know how you get qualified with the government to bid and solicit on set asides and things like that. So it gives me more time to focus on that. It gives me more time to deal with partnerships with the brokerage, grabbing shippers for the brokerage and things like that. If I didn't relinquish some of the smaller tasks to people that I trust now, I would have been more focused on that as opposed to and stuck in that realm as opposed to going over here and trying to grow the company even more. So yeah.
That makes sense. So what's new in trucking? We got any new technologies? AI took over yet? Like anything new?
It's so we got something called autonomous trucking, driverless trucks, but
TSP.
It's not a true driverless truck. I was listening to the podcast on Trucking Hustle earlier, and the guy was talking about where driverless trucks can only go so far. You can't have a driverless truck in Midtown Manhattan trying to get to a destination there, one-way streets, all the traffic. You're going to have the driverless trucks on the major interstates from one hub to another hub, and then a driver come pick it up from that hub and do the final destinations. You can't have a driverless because too many people be getting killed. There's already been fatalities already when they're in the testing phase of this process.
Damn.
So you can have a driverless truck on I-95 going down a straight shot from Baltimore down to Florida somewhere. But then when you get like a 25, 50-mile radius close to your final destination, there has to be some kind of hub stop point for that driverless truck. And then somebody with a pulse got to get in that truck and finish the route.
You need a person. You need a real person that can see shit and think and see signs and read and feel and, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
so
warm,
make real
warm
decisions.
Up that seat. Yeah.
They're trying to save on paying a driver their fair wage from driving that whole route by making an autonomous vehicle. And then that's one of the reasons why they're trying to do that. So trying to get rid of all the drivers, but drivers are not going anywhere. The industry is not going anywhere. You'll never get rid of a real driver behind that wheel. That's never going to happen. So
well, if they doing
never.
I guess
I'll say this in my lifetime. I'm 53. So in my lifetime,
mass transportation. What if let's think like maybe 10, 15 years from now, right? We got mass drone activity. Amazon talking about delivering with drones. What if instead of having a huge truck on a highway, we got like a huge drone with the same type of cargo flying over our fate, in the skies?
You're gonna have airspace accidents.
Yeah, or like they fly to the building, and then there's some new kind of apparatus where they could deliver mail or parcel into the roof, and it disperses through the building. I don't know. I'm 20 years in the future now.
Hey, you need to join that autonomous team. That's an idea that they may be having at those stand-up. Remember those stand-up meetings we used to have at Liberty?
They still happen. They still happen all around the world. Every company around the world had them games.
I say, why they call them stand-ups and everybody's sitting down? I don't get it. But anyway. So yeah, they may do something like that. They may incorporate aero technology where they fly packages in within a certain weight limit, and then because they got these hover devices, they hover over stuff. So you never know. But
who knows? But all I know is the future is full of AI, and we got to get this content creation popping because goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Is another world. It's a whole new another world.
It's fascinating yet scary at the same time. I don't know if you get where I'm coming from, but it's fascinating and scary at the same time because sometimes AI technology. Remember that movie I, Robot with Will Smith? Something like that. You kind of fear, well, not fear, but you worry that something like that is a possibility. It can be. But
I mean, I don't know necessarily. I'm fearful of like a robot assistant in every house that cooks and cleans. That's some dystopian shit.
And
but that's just because
he wants to kill everybody in the house.
Right, when you're sleeping, of all things. You sleep, wake up, fucking hammer come down on your head.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's scary, but at the same time, it's almost like how when movies, they put these images and visuals out. Skip ahead 10, 15, 20 years, and then we're living it. You know what I'm saying? Like Star Trek with the cell phones back in the 60s, they had the little thing, and now we got these. So it's almost like,
how far are we going with this, though? How far are we going with this? Are we going far enough where the entire human race is going to be eliminated and it's all going to be robots? When is enough? That's the question.
So I think the purpose...
Humans don't know when enough is enough. Never.
Yeah, there might not be a limit. I want to say that, like we all dead. At that point, we just making our replacements, which defeats the purpose of life already. We make this technology to make our lives easier, right? For us.
Right.
But it's like, how easy is too easy? You know what I'm saying? I guess that's the question.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at what point does being a human not have any type of difficulty to where everything's being handled for you? Or like that movie WALL-E, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody was like 500 pounds living on a ship, had food, you know, and they were just living on a ship or whatever. Like, I guess you could say that was easy, right? The robots was doing everything. I don't know. Maybe that's the goal. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, when is enough enough? You know, at what point, when did we say, okay, AI, we're done?
Let us handle this. You're good. Let us have a purpose to live for, to do something. Maybe it's content creation. Maybe in another 10 years, AI is gonna make our content for us, and they don't even need our faces anymore. I don't know. Scan your face, scan your voice, make videos. Then you just over here.
But like you're saying though, like, so in nature, it's a counterintuitive thing for the tree to get stronger in the wind, right? So when the wind blows really hard and the tree gets bending and stuff, it grows stronger, right? You wouldn't think that the adversity makes the tree stronger, but it actually does, right? And so we're the same way. The more adversity and struggle and strife we go through, actually we're getting stronger, right? We're no longer just surviving as a human race or individual or species, right? We're now in a thriving space, but only because of all the strife and turmoil we had to go through. But then it's still, like you're saying, how far is too far? There's still the power hunger, the fear mongers, you know what I mean? The titans that still just want to control everything, right? When actuality, the goal should be the unification of everything to make everybody's lives a little bit more easier and comfortable. You know what I mean? So
the powers, I think the powers that be are not on that same level, that same page. What you just said, the ultimate goal, the unification thing. They're more like, you know, divide and conquer, eliminate certain things, and keep their stuff, control power, control, exactly. So, and then AI technology is just a component,
another weapon.
Oh, for the weapon for them, correct. So, in my opinion, but yeah.
And you know what it is? They be telling us in movies since the 80s, Skynet, you know what I'm saying? I think Skynet might have been the first AI movie where the AI blew up, you know what I'm saying? Everybody took over. I don't know if it's the first, but I feel like in my lifetime, in my childhood, the first Terminator, Skynet was the first. And again, this is 40 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So like, we right around the corner from Skynet.
George Orwell's books, you know, like 1984 and all those.
That's right.
So I mean, that's
Big Brother now. Double think.
Yeah.
Are you looking for a media agency that covers all the creative tasks that make a business successful? Lucid Perspective produces elegant, high-resolution graphics and logos, high definition and 4K video, complete with treatment concepts and innovative editing. Lucid Perspective provides photography services such as fashion, advertisements, product or service, and aerial photography. We also help businesses build their brands from the ground up with complete campaigns that will make your business attractive to your target audience. We can bring your brand to the masses with our effective and strategic marketing campaigns to include sales funnels, eye-catching advertisements, breakthrough digital marketing through social media, and other digital avenues. Visit lucidperspective.com today.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Don't get the goddamn Neuralink. I've never touched that with a 100.
No, don't do that.
Whatever they sell, how they sell it.
What is it?
The Neuralink, Elon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I can't imagine why a healthy person. I know they have applications for disabled and stuff like that, and that might be okay. But I can't imagine why a healthy person with a healthy brain and healthy body would open up their head and let them install a chip in their brain. I never understand it. But again, there's NPCs out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But not me. I'm good with it.
That's I will call that a form of mental illness if you allow that to happen.
Chopping up healthy body parts.
Right.
Let's not go there.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
functioning healthy body parts.
but we kind of going there with these cars, with these automatic cars, right? So I heard somebody say the EV cars, it ain't necessarily saying I'm driving no hands, man. Look, it's more like if you get pulled over or you get pulled over, you can't run from the cops no more. Pull that car over.
Control.
Your car payment's now due. Drive this shit back to the dealership. You know what I mean? It's taking your control out of you drive without a seatbelt, pull the shit over until you put the seatbelt on. You know what I mean?
It's forcing you to do right, I guess, in their eyes.
Not right, forcing you to do what they want you to do. A lot of people don't believe in the seatbelt law because it's like, hey, it's me driving. I get to choose yay or nay. But if I don't put my seatbelt on, I'm going to get in trouble. That's kind of whack to some people. Right?
I guess
I believe in it. I'm not trying to go through the front windshield. So
I believe in seatbelts too. But I personally, I know people.
Saying.
I know people. I agree. I know people that don't wear seatbelts, and it's the most backward ass thinking reason. Right. But I guess you could say that's like a personal choice, just like something else that we're not gonna get into. It's a personal choice. You don't want to wear the seatbelt. Don't wear the seatbelt.
Speaking of seatbelts, I often wonder why they don't have seatbelts on school buses for the kids.
Right, they just flying everywhere.
Even when I was coming up, there's no seatbelts at all installed on those big orange, yellow trucks, school buses. And then a few years ago, there was a Dateline feature on Dateline where these buses were crashing. They had cameras, kids bouncing all over the place, hitting the seat and everything.
Going everywhere.
Where the seatbelts at? So
that's crazy.
We're not trying to protect the future. We don't care about the kids.
Anyhow,
it is what it is.
Speaking of the future, hey, we ain't gonna talk you to death, but y'all. So we got a new question for you. We asked you this last time he's here. Moving forward, what's one thing you're trying to figure out?
How to get more contracts into my. I got a warehouse too, by the way, a 25,000 square foot warehouse in Hampton, Virginia, where we do cross docks and transloads. We bring in containers from the ports, we offload them, deconsolidate them, and then arrange for the shipments to be transported all over the place. So your question again, what am I trying to do in the future, you're saying? What was the question?
What are you trying to figure out moving forward? What's something you're trying to figure out moving forward? How to improve my process as a business owner and everything that I'm doing now, from the educational piece, trucking piece, dispatching piece, warehousing piece, and then how to add value to that, either through bringing on more people, bringing on more contracts. So just continuous growth for me.
No, that's a bar. Okay. That's definitely a bar. We're trying to learn that too. We're trying to build a team. Yeah. I think we got to put out not Indeed. We got to put out some what do they call it? What was it back in the day in the newspaper? Classifieds. We got to put some classifieds.
We need to iron out what we need first.
That too. We need to find qualified people. And then we got to discuss compensation because God damn. Damn. Yeah, but no, we got to link up. I got to show you how to get this YouTube money,
bro. We can get you right, Charles. We can get you right, Charles.
Yeah, and if you need to use the conference room as a space to do podcasts and everything, more than happy to do it, man.
I'll be down there in May, man. Let's set something up.
Arthur, whenever you come down, you still up north?
Yeah, I'm in between still, but I'll be down there in May.
Okay. So if we remember, we all can link up at the Logistics Learning Center. I can take you by the warehouse. That way you can see, and then so when the next naysayer come on the show, man, he know what you're talking about. Look.
We're gonna make a spreadsheet of all the naysayers, all their tags, so we can tag them in all the videos. Like, didn't you say this July 6th?
Didn't you say he said he didn't have a dispatcher that made over 100,000? Didn't you say he didn't have a warehouse?
No. How TikTok do it? TikTok put their comment up. TikTok put their comment up in the shit.
Yeah, pin it to the top too, so he can stay embarrassed.
Stay buried up there.
Yeah.
Man. Wow.
Nah, well, we appreciate you, man.
How can I get in touch with you? Yeah, how can I get in touch with you?
Phone number 757. And I give out my phone number, even to my students. I got this $2,000 Z Fold 4. You fold it and it folds up back and forth.
Oh, the screen ain't cracking on you?
No,
nice.
I got the yeah, it folds up. Yeah.
That's
Z4,
dope.
the Samsung Z4 Fold. Yeah. 757 515-1684. That's this line. And then I got a line for my wife. My wife works for me. 757-695-9565. That's my wife's line through the company. The email is exoduslogisticsllc@yahoo.com or info@exodusdispatchingandtraining.com. And then the website, www.exodusdispatchingandtraining.com.
So there it is.
ELC podcast coming soon. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Damn right. Maybe it'll be on episode. I don't know. We got to get this network, this media network shit popping. We got to draft these contracts, draft the infrastructure, get this shit working so it makes sense to people.
Now that's my space. I can help you with that. The business component of it, the infrastructure and all that stuff.
No, that's dope.
We can either barter, or we can pay each other, or however you want to do it. It doesn't.
I'm with it. It's Unifying Thrive time.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to the YouTube assistance. Bro. Free money. That's free money for you.
Yeah. Not for real.
Look at him.
We'll link up for sure.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Have a good night.
All right, guys.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.